Oh no! Oh no! Moments before disaster! No! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's Sunday night, viewer night. We have a whole bunch of games. People were very excited about all those new Phobies that came out with the expansion. We got a lot to get through, so let's get to it. What's going on, chat? I'm actually super exhausted. We're going to do our games, and then hopefully they're not too long, because I do need to get some rest tonight. I'm literally not exaggerating when I say I'm running on 0 hours of sleep. It's been a rough day. Tomorrow's not looking good either. Now, before we jump into the games, I do, of course, have to let everybody know that I am part of the content affiliate program. That means that the Phobies team does give me in-game rewards, aka coffee, for producing Phobies content. Just gotta let everybody know ahead of time, but let's get into it. All right, our first game of the evening is Lazy Bones. Lazy Bones, what do you got for us? If you remember when I called the previous game my closest call, I take that back. This is my closest call. You know a game is good when you're physically sweating by the end. Well, hopefully you're able to recover, because some of these games can be pretty damn intense. And here we are on Opticon, and you have all of Phobieland watching you. Look at all them eyeballs. Look at all them eyeballs. Making everybody dizzy. So, opener for both players is a little odd. Honestly, I don't typically go stabby on this map, and I don't see a lot of people do it. It does come up periodically in reviews because we watch so many games that, you know, law of averages, we're going to see different stuff. But it doesn't seem to be a very common phobie, but I'm warming up to the idea. I thought there was going to be a snowball. This is kind of cute. Obviously, this Ginseng is going to shoo away these two. I actually kind of like this out of Bad Guy. This is kind of cute. Occupying the stim in this way makes it, like, they just can't advance. And then it locks down this panic point. I'm going to have to keep that in mind going forward. And Gravedigger is not useless either, because then you can use it later on. There's value in this. I don't understand why Bad Guy didn't take the point here. 5, 10. I guess with a snowball, this is a dead Ginseng. And doing it this way is... It's still dead, though. Like, if the... Is it? You go here, so 1, 2, 3... No, if it's here, that you can't get the snowball in to do this. Right now, it's not looking great for our hero. I mean, Bad Guy's able to put a lot of pressure on here, and it looks like they'll be able to pick up another takedown if they want it. Baby Snakey! I must admit, I didn't see that coming. Oh no. Apparently our hero didn't see this Bowmangle's demise coming either. I don't like the Baby Snakey because it's melee. You're already very melee heavy, and the various choke points make life very difficult. 10 keys, though, for our hero. What are you doing for 10 keys? Evo 3.0 is a good recovery method. I will give you that. That's a dead cassowary. Is this a dead Ginseng? It's a dead Ginseng. That's a good response. Like a powerful response. Oh, and by the way, trap the Gravedigger. Lol. And just like that, things swing back in favor of our hero. Who knew? Evo 3.0. Who knew? When you get over-aggressive and you get that close to your opponent's spawn, bad things are going to happen. Erratic is cute here, but not necessarily. Unless you're playing against me, because I tend to throw away my Evo. Like, I'll just throw it right into the stratosphere. erratic isn't a great answer. It can obviously do a lot of work, but odds are what ends up happening with it is you'll get one hit, everything else has to be clustered around it because it's a one mover, especially on this map, and things are awkward, and then, oh, by the way, Hevo just annihilates your team. Okay, the spider coming up makes sense, because now... So, they have the option to put rockets here, but you can't really, because then if you leave the two, again, Hevo's going to tear you apart. But they're choosing to leave it here, which means that this could be a quick kill with the spider. As bad as the early game looked for our hero, this looks twice as bad for the bad guy. Wait. Why did you do that? Why didn't you just yoink the unbearable and kill it? Am I missing something? Like, what is... So you come down here, you yoink this, you get 2 hits, a hit here, and then you could even put the cast rate. Like, there's no way this thing lives. 8, 11, 4 is 15, 5 is 19, and then this if you have to. They could come in, but it's just not going to end well for them. I get wanting to leave the spider up to get the erratic, but I feel like you just take the kill here and set them back further. This is one where, personally, I would probably get super aggressive and then lose the Hevo to a stupid thing. Where, like, I just don't count it to see. Because you could put the Hevo, like, here, and then it's, oh, you have 2 one-movers. You're going to have to shuffle everybody around to be able to even connect. But it appears this is possibly a dead stabby. Dead stabby. No dimensional yoink, though. However, bad guy... Like, I don't know about this one, bad guy. This... You obviously get 1 hit. It might be worth doing 2. But our hero's going to play it safer. Pterodactyl, chewing up 7 of the remaining 10. Bad guy's down to 1 key, investing most of their hopes and dreams into Alligator and Thunder Rocks. GG got cocky with Cerberus. No problem, GG. Oh no! Womp wah. Yeah, because think about it. If you had killed this unbearable 5 turns ago, this would have clearly been back up. And then you can do more yoinks. You could get an erratic kill here. Hevo's still in good shape, excuse me. Okay, so wait. That's kind of cool looking, an early contender for the thumbnail. Then we'll put Baby Snakey on there. So if you would come down here... Yeah, this is a dead erratic. Possibly a dead Raucous as well. Then only this and this can connect. There's no reason to go after this unbearable. I mean, other than playing it, like, hyper safe. I don't think the Hevo can die. If you kill both of these, there's just no chance the Hevo dies. Why did the Hevo retreat all the way the hell up there? You could have just gone here and been fine. Oh, baby. I see why this started to get messy. At this point, I'd just keep Hevo near the heart and die after killing his bear. Yeah, I think that there's a number of Again, I'm not trying to beat up on our hero here. There were a number of plays that I think could have been changed, and this would have been a way easier time. Like, way easier. Because bad guy allowed for multiple picks that I think were pretty... Wait, are you racing? Oh my god, chat. This is a thing you can do. Okay, wait, if you're gonna race, why aren't you... Like, the spider should be here, pterodactyl should be here. So it's like, fly pterodactyl all the way, because it's one of your high damage phobies. The same with Hevo, move it. Like, you either gotta go or not go. This is like hedging your bets, and you'll never... Like, you're not gonna be able to defend this in time if you wanted to come back, so it's like, either go or don't go. I mean, we know how it ends, but... $42.69 to $4,400. This is a lot of damage here. Well, maybe not, because Rock is... Wait, you're coming back to defend? What is happening? Wait, this is hitting the heart? Why didn't this take another panic point? Why didn't this take a panic point? Okay, the pterodactyl did. Somebody take the goddamn panic points. The cowbell could have taken this one, and that would have represented more damage. Hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. I gotta see how much health is left on this heart, because this is wild. This is wild. Oh my god. 143 health, chat. 143. I mean, you can claim all of the panic points right now. Wait. Why are we killing Ted? So we can get the spider to do the ranged attack. LOL. Oh my god. Lazy Bones, working hard for it. Working pretty hard. GG. GG. It's DT once again. This time, we're on Biff's room. I almost said Billy's room, because Billy's room has been haunting my dreams as of late. That boss is level 17. I think we have an idea of what's about to happen here. So how does DT answer public enemy number 1 in the world of Phobies? It is boss's birthday, but let's be real. Unless you have a boss, people aren't too happy about it. Your opponents are probably not too happy to see boss show up. A little numbskull action from DT. What's the 5 key? Ooh, the Hydra start. All right, so what we've seen recently on a number of small maps is double 1 key into Hydra, into Inoculus, because you have this big tanky Phobie, level 16 Hydra versus level 16 Glob. It's like an unstoppable force and immovable object kind of thing. Sort of. So this is going to be weird, because I feel like the Bowmangles can take a pot shot here. Because then if the Hydra comes after it, you can glob it. But then it'll be globbed here, and that's pretty far forward. So maybe that's not safe. Oh, the repeller tech. I love it. I love the repeller tech here. Just completely neutralizes the glob. Because, oh, you globbed my guy. Boop. Now, admittedly, if you... Alright, this could also be the thumbnail. Because that just looks kind of cool. Admittedly, the glob is going to be doing almost 1,500 damage. So even if you boop it off... That's still a big chunk. Ooh, DT going for it. Bad guy is banked to 10. I think DT's doing this just to be able to free up spots. So if the cat goes down, that means, because DT's maxed out on Phobies right now, and since bad guy has banked to 10, clearly Big Nasty is going to make an appearance pretty shortly. And in fact, it is. The Big Ugly. The Big Boss Man. This is a funny looking board state. Several contenders for early thumbnails, chat. Hydra going to town. I like the separation here so that you don't catch splash on the Repeller, which has a mere 1042 health at level 14. The Glob seemed like a good counter pick, but this, I've talked about this before, where it's pick, counter pick, counter, counter pick, and that progression, that decision tree continues. Gonzo Boss here, gonna be a little weird to try and set up. We get an Unbearable, and our bad guy is out of keys. DT still has 6. And that's a Hydra all up on the heart. I'm not sure why the Numbskull went in here. Because the Numbskull will now have to, like, full retreat in order to let the Hydra out. But I imagine Hydra's not retreating. The unfortunate part here is the Repeller is incapable of hitting the heart because of the targeting here. Even if it ends up in this spot, it will not wrap to the heart. Because it has a direct line of sight block. 2,300 health on this. Which means that it will live. And this Numbskull is actually a liability here, because the boss could come in and you're fired here, connecting with the Numbskull. Or now the Hematic Ginsting actually blocks the you're fired by positioning there. Is this enough damage to get it? 16, 19. Oh, with the bow. Fair enough, with the bow. So this is why Numbskull came in, because Numbskull is going to supplement. Oh, by the way, in case anybody was curious, yes, in fact, level 17 boss. But this boss has done nothing! Nothing! Oh, I take it back. Now it's done something. Takes the liar out of me. Is it a boop and then reclaim the point? Yep. Heads up play by DT, 800 health remaining. The Droney! From downtown! The Droney! To push the damage, leaving bad guy at 138. Does DT have bees up? No bees right now. No bees. But bad guy has to kill everything. Well, maybe not literally everything. Wait. Oh, this is not up either. I thought this was going to be up and that's how DT was going to get, like, the final bit of damage. The challenge play for the win! DT. Well played. Yo, that was pretty hype. That was pretty hype. Fratute back in action on the Pyro Abyss. Bad guy here, I know it's supposed to be Bad Omen, but I can't not read it as Bad Omen, which is much funnier to me. But anyway, Notes here, biggest fire ant blow up ever. Fire ants glowing up and blowing up. We'll see what happens here. Now, Fratute, if I recall, primarily plays async rather than arena. I didn't see what this was as I loaded in. Only reason I pointed out is sometimes it is interesting to see, oh, did these players do this because they ran out of time, or did this happen because of, you know, they mapped out this super complex play, or, you know, whatever it happened to be. Now, we did see a review, like an ad hoc review the other night, that somebody had beaten Fire Ant on this very map. But it sounds like Fire Ant gets the better end of the stick in this one. This feels like a waste from Bad Guy, sending in, well, both of these 1-keys. So they claim these points temporarily, and yeah, you get a bunch of damage. Okay, this makes more sense. If they can set up a threat in order to actually kill the Fire Ant, or like threaten the Fire Ant, so they have to displace it, but I don't even know if that's going to happen, because yeah, you can do this. That cooks the cowbell. And then you can kill the Bachelor trivially and let the Bachelor replace. Now, you could, as Bad Guy, send in stuff to kill the Bachelor, but, like, then you're just throwing good Phobies after bad. But we do get a Wiggy. You don't see Wiggy too much. I don't think we even saw it in Tiny Terrors all that often. But it is a common. It's a nice ear you've got there. Bachelor doing what Bachelor does. Being a giraffe. More, it's a 1-key reclaiming points, and obviously it's going to get replaced by the cat here momentarily. That's a bold move, Cotton. Can you... That doesn't seem right. We'll see how... Wait, time out. Tell me this doesn't look like Super Mario Bros. 3 when you squish an enemy. I kind of want to make this the thumbnail. It's even funnier because there's 2 Jin Stings over there. That's Mini Mario. What's going on, Big She? What's good? So does Fratute snipe the jar here? I'm not going to bother checking the levels. We'll find out momentarily. Nope. They're going to go for this instead because you'd have to open something up to... Like, it would be exposed to the attractor and then your whole team gets yoinked. Jin stung. That's an ow my Phobies moment. Oof, my Phobies. You know, you could have swung the snowball here anyway. Like, let the cat live and just... I feel like you sniped the jar. Trade the snowball for the jar. But that's just me. I don't know. So I can see what's getting set up here, and it's going to get messy. It's going to get real messy. Bad Guy playing with fire unknowingly. I imagine the grand finale doesn't happen for a few more turns, but oh man, this is going to be brutal. Scritch. Not something you see every day. You know what's interesting? Scritch doesn't run on its thumb. It only runs on the fingers. Oh boy. I think it's happening, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Moments before disaster! No! Oh my god. What? Wait, what? Oh my god! Wow. Wow. Chat, you can't script that any better. Like, if you played a frenemies game with one of your friends, and you said, hey, friend, I'm going to load the entire map up with traps. Please walk into them. I don't think you could have gotten a better setup than that. I don't think it's possible. Bad guy with 8 keys remaining, and not a prayer in the world. What do you tell him at this point? I don't know. This is why surrender should be a thing. Because if somebody did that to me, it's like, alright, you got me. You win. You definitely deserve this one. Admittedly, bad guy could have maybe tried to pressure more or test for those traps at different points. But this might just be a very good fire ant map because although this is a large map, it's not actually that big. The majority of the action takes place right here in the octagon here. The squared circle, if you will. I-5 going to be able to get a double hit to leech, but let's be real. I don't think any of this matters. Stairmaster, the final phobie for our hero. Brutal. Savage. Wrecked. Absolutely taken down. Like, I just feel bad for bad guy at this stage. Lol. Just an oh, by the way, trap. And bees are gonna get him. Oh, wait, is bees not up? Oh, bees is not up. It dies to the fire anyway, though. And then the high five is going to come in, clearly, and then it's going to get cooked. Pop. Boom. Absolutely bodied. Well, damn. GG. All right, here we go. Big She in the big house. Aggressive Mildred just for the lulz. Bad guy can become one of the best players. I saw very solid games from them. All right, all right. We got an up-and-comer here. Let's see what Big She's got on deck for us. You have some big shoes to fill on the big house, Big She. There's an air of largeness to everything going on here. I'm loopier than usual, chat, because I'm super tired, so expect more weird things to come out of my mouth. Alright, Murder Wing coming out. Is there, like, a... What's the level disparity here? I didn't check. 11, 14... Alright, this isn't... So our hero has a little bit of an advantage here. A notable one, but not insurmountable. I presume the creep lives. The creep lives. Well, as soon as you see this, you know what's coming. So here's the thing. I had intentionally, like, I had played against Big She offline. Just randomly ran into him on the ladder. And I intentionally did not go Firkin. Because I wanted to try just big dummies to see how it worked. It didn't work out. Spoiler alert. But I wonder, is it appropriate? Like, we know player tendencies. So if you see Big She, do you immediately go Firkin? A. Or B, can you answer the Firkin with your own Firkin? Because they're just going to turn it off forever, right? So how are you going to then deal with the Mildred on these small maps? On a larger map, you could position somehow. But like this, is this the answer bad guy is looking for? They're maxed out. They need to deal with this Mildred with what they have on board, and I don't know that they have enough damage right now. Like, the Mildred should bully them back. Admittedly, Big She doesn't have a way to claim this point yet, and even if they do, there's a cap. The creep passes on. A little boomer action. I get it, but that boomer just dies, right? Well, I guess they can't do it, because then they risk getting annihilated by Mildred. This is a good pickup on the Unicorn. I feel like the Mildred can still go for it here, but... Wait, why? I don't think this is what bad guy wants to do here. With the Bachelor. Like, the issue here is not the claiming of panic points. The issue here is you're about to get annihilated by Mildred. Oh, actually, I mean, you're not really getting that annihilated. You're doing random stuff at this spot. I mean, this isn't the most impressive Mildred we've seen out of you. That's for sure. This was a huge mistake. Yeah, this doesn't look like it's going to work out well. If this Firkin dies, you're actually in some danger. Which it is going to die. There's just too much damage here. I don't think that... Like, everything else might have been fine, but the Firkin coming out or going that aggressively probably was not worth it. Because imagine if, like, they could yoink the Mildred, but they're not going to kill it. And then your follow-up can push a bunch of damage. And you're going to get sheep hit here, which is clearly not ideal. Now that's a hell of a thumbnail, chat. That's a hell of a thumbnail. Like, I mean... I like the Mini Mario thumbnail. I'm torn. Every time I do one of these videos, there's always like, alright, there's 6 different thumbnails. Which one are we going to use? 2v5 moment? Yeah, but one of them is Mildred! Now, admittedly, I like... So, bad guy is doing the right thing here. With the Resurrects. They picked off the rest of your team, so how are you going to get stuff other than running Jar in, right? Now, you do have a bunch of oh my god, look at this! Look at those health bars. Although a bunch of them are... Wow, did they know? Did they know? The big thing, of course, is killing the sheep. And bad guy may not realize that, like, yeah, the sheep will connect, but you're going to leech an enormous amount of life. You're going to brought Firkin and I'm dead? Yes. Well, it assumes they have access to Firkin. Like, maybe they just don't have it. Oh, they do have Firkin, you know for sure? Then, yeah, that was just an error. If a Firkin just seals this game immediately. I mean, they're doing the right thing here. I mean, that's 5 panic points. 4 now, but that's a lot of orange panic points. Oh, they're going for it. Wait, why? They're preserving the sheep, and I don't know why. I feel like if you're gonna do this, just go for it. 590. Like, they're not gonna kill it, because the only things... Well, where was the sheep? The sheep was here, so it would have to be here. So that means this can't connect. Yeah, so they didn't have enough damage to actually kill it, but I'm not sure why they're preserving the sheep. Yeah, I was gonna say, this thing... Oh, no, this thing should run, like, all the way over to here, I think. And pressure the heart. Because right now, this just feels like they're slowly dying. Which, I've been on the receiving end of the Mildred, so it can be challenging in the moment to just figure out, like, okay, what am I actually supposed to do about this? That's actually funny positioning. And it blocks him out and protects the jar. The 2v5 Mildred. They said it couldn't be done. Three Mildred activations this game? GG. Got him. Well played. Well played. Hi, RT. It's me, Mushry. This is my alt account in game. Just wanted to showcase some of the luck I had in the beginning when opening packs. Alright. So Mushry's in here on Always Watching. Let's see how lucky they've been. I forgot Mildred existed. How could you forget Mildred existed? Big She's constantly making savage Mildred plays. Mushry sounds funny. Alright, so our hero here elects to go for the early Gravedigger break to match Bad Guy. I've talked about it before. I favor getting Crushmore online as quickly as possible. I also like going Snowball, but if this is an alt account, then they probably just don't have access to it yet. Which is something that I honestly haven't really thought about. The idea that, hey, I have access to all these Phobies now, and I've been playing the game for a while, but if I started another account, how would I play some of these maps if I just straight up didn't have some of these tools? And to be perfectly honest, I have no idea. Some of them seem really weird. Fair enough, GD, fair enough. The Klepto coming down here to play a little defense. I don't know that this is necessary. I mean, I guess it is, because otherwise you can't shoo away the Cassowary. But 3-to-1 panic point advantage temporarily at the very least. Bad Guy being a little lazy here. That's a quick Cassowary pickup. That just didn't need to happen. That just straight up did not need to happen. Looks like my green screen's getting messed up again, like right there. It's gonna bother me. Because I can see it. And it depends on whether I lean back or not because of the way the angle on the camera. Hey, Kevin, what's good? High five! And fetch? Yeah, this definitely reeks of, these are the guys that I got. As we can see, they're literally level 3 Phobies in this game. High five going defensive. This is even weirder than the high five happening at all. The high five went to the north to their heart. Got 2 of the 3 Hevo brothers here. Boop. Oh no, is this die? No, it's not gonna, not enough damage. A little scary though. A little scary. I imagine this is a dead high five. Oh, maybe not. This is a level 5 Evo, 392 damage. Not nearly as impressive as we've seen. This will be a dead murder wing, though. Is this enough damage to kill it? Seemingly it is. Our hero here just picking off bad guys' forces at will. I don't know if that break was necessary. I feel like there would be more value in putting a block somewhere or something. Get a big old life leech here from High Five. What do you think, chat? Could High Five use some help? Like, what if they toned down the heart attack ability, but gave it more health or damage so that you could use it as a frontline tank? Because it gets in there, and if it connects with two things, it can hypothetically just tank a ton of damage. I wonder if that would be healthy or not. But that looks like it's a dead High Five. I mean, the Gravedigger goes without saying. Oh, the Gravedigger might live. The High Five, in fact, is not returned 6 feet under. Returned to the earth. Evo's going to pay for its sins. If bad guy wants to get aggressive, they could also get the Gin Sting by claiming the stim, I presume. I'm not going to check it because they didn't do it. 1 key remaining to 14. I think that says it all, right? If you're losing on board and your opponent still has 14 keys left, you're probably not in a good spot, right? I mean, I'm not an expert, I'm just saying. Ooh, a little Grayley in action. Mushry's not kidding with the luck on the packs here. Also, for me, High Five is pretty buff, and its health is pretty good, and its damage can make a very good life leech, even with a lot of damage dealt to it. I agree, but we don't see it typically, so I wonder if it needs a little bit of a nudge. I mean, most people probably, when they think of High Five, immediately think of, hey, it's a heart push guy. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a heart push guy. Little moly bully action in the south. But bad guy's heart is not long for this world. I mean, you can see it already panicking. Panic points. We got lobbers who probably, like, at this point, you don't need to fight their guys. Just go for their heart and annihilate them. Or you could take the panic points. I don't think it really matters. It realistically doesn't make a difference. So that's 1, 2, 3 ultra rares. Did we see any others out of our hero? Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, when I talk about balance stuff, the context that is kind of unsaid, unwritten, is that I am operating under the assumption we're talking about people at the highest parts of the ladder. So, if we're talking, does High Five deserve a buff? It would be so that Alien Engineer, Dragon, it picks somebody at the top of the ladder, can run it, and it is a reasonable strategy. I don't know if that really needs to be the case. It would be interesting, or it could be hyper-toxic. Cool Graylin play with Daisy. I mean, it is a switcher U, but I don't know if that's... We've seen some really savage switcher U's before. We have a pretty high bar at this stage. GG, well done, Mushry. Well played. KingOfPain. Not even close, baby. Everything is calculated. Let's see what we got here. Our hero in the blue trunks. Zoning in on Biff's room. it's King of Pain. And in the orange trunks, boo, hiss, it's bad guy. I haven't done one of those intros in a while. So we did watch DT have, like, an earth-shattering game on this map earlier. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. Like, it was actually super cool. It was an inspired game. An inspired game is how I will describe it. Because we got to see some really cool Hydra plays. No fear. So bad guy banked to 5 for God knows what reason. But they decided to, instead of go for a 5-drop, go Daisy Boom. I can't believe this just happened. Got him. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Haven't seen one of those in a while. But bad guy is responding with their own Gravedigger. Fair. This will be a dead cat. But sure. Like, we're just trading 1 keys here. I don't really see an easy way for our hero to end up in an advantageous position. They probably just kill stuff and back away. In fact, I don't know if they're going to advance the stabby. I think I would, but I also don't bother counting anything. I'm just like, yeah, it'll probably live. It makes it more exciting that way, chat, when you don't actually calculate the numbers. Bad guy banking a 6, hero with 5 in the bank. Swinging... Okay. I was going to say swinging stabby around the scenic route, but it's to make way for Innocuous. It still kind of sucks to have to do that, but clearly the Gravedigger's positioning so that it can break that block and stabby's right back in the game much more quickly than bad guy would like. Now the bad guy's tucking the boom here in the corner so that the Innocuous can't snipe it as readily. Klepto is the play, maxed out for bad guy. Hero is maxed out, by the way, as well, but of course, Spatula gonna trade out shortly. Appropriately swinging the Innocuous back, I was about to say, if bad guy wants to get hyper-aggressive, they can probably snipe the Innocuous. I'm not gonna count it up, so I don't care. You don't know why he's going for the obstacle that turn? What, the turn where bad guy just sat there breaking it? I think they just wanted to remove it so they had the flexibility. But this is a good heads-up play. Players at all levels, I think, are recognizing this much more readily now. Unfortunately for bad guy, while you got the play, it didn't result in any kills. This is bold given the boom and the rest of the positioning, but Gravedigger's going to go down. The question is what else goes down. Alright, we do pick off the boom. That's appropriate. Did our hero miss a hit on this Contortio? No, they must have hit it. No, they... This should be dead. Like, did they use 2? Yeah, they had to use an attack on this. That's why. Wow, the Contortio lived? I didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, it's the Klepto mirror now, but our hero has 4 keys, and bad guy had 9 until that Stairmaster showed up. This does not look spectacular for a hero. It's not unwinnable, but it's definitely going to be challenging. I don't know that Sock Assin is what you want here, let alone in that position. So... So you could, as bad guy, snipe this and probably, you know, a little squishified, a Play-Doh Stairmaster here. I don't know. Bad guy invests in their own Inoculus, and we have the standoff. I don't know why they let this happen. The poison and disease don't matter as much on Resurrect Phobies, but it still does matter. It does impact your plays. Obviously, it's not going to strictly die. Like, you still have to put in other effort to make it happen, but it is still problematic. It softens it up so that your opponent can get it later. I don't know why bad guy did this. This is just a dead Inoculus. And without the Klepto in position to, like, really retaliate immediately. Yeah, it just didn't need to be there, quite plainly. I think bad guy just got a little impatient. I'm guilty of this all the time, where it's, oh, well, I need to do something. I have to do it now. And it's like, no, especially on a small map, you have a long time. You have a pretty long time. And just like that, the Klepto stands alone. Got him. Well played. Well played. I like it. Well done there, King of Pain. Yeah, it's a headstone for Daisy's grave. Yeah, bad guy's just hosed at this point. Well done, King of Pain. It was looking messy for a while. It was looking pretty messy, but able to capitalize on positioning mistakes from bad guy. For a second, I thought you were just going to trap them for no reason. Well done. GG. Rossarius is our hero here on Rush Hour. The notes are just simply, Snowman! Exclamation point. You're at 34k points. You're getting there. Getting there. Oop, I clicked out of the client to look at chat. Bad guy with a fairly standard opener, sporting the werewolf avatar. I almost lost to a werewolf today, chat. Ooh, the Grimes opener? Rossarius. Little species spicy. I love how Grimes kind of like fades in and out of existence. Oh, we got a Leela. You know, I don't know. I don't hate Leela on this map. I don't think. You got a Maggie out of your uneasy? Nice. Doom. Really? That's a thing you can do. I mean, I guess you do have a dimensional, so, and a significant one, so you don't want it to just eat a trap and then croak. Yeah, Maggie's not bad. There are certain maps that it's pretty solid on. Plus, you can surprise people. You know, even on this map, you know, if they're aggressive, you could put a Maggie here on the obstacle. I mean, obviously, Murder Wing could do it too, but it's cheaper. You know, there's different uses for it. I love how there's little toadstools when Leela slides around. I don't know about this Smiley. There's an Inoculus already on the board. I understand where bad guy is going with this, but press X to doubt. Amusingly enough, this boomer has survived, and now there's a Hevo 2.0. This is not going to end well for bad guy. This is not going to end well for bad guy. Really? Right in Grimes' face? Chuck. Alright. I can understand the Chuck. I don't know. I just can't get behind the smiley right now. Especially not when your opponent had 7 keys. Even if it's not literally Hevo, it could be any combination of mechanicals that are just going to ruin its day. And you have no pressure to even threaten the Innocuous, so it's kind of like, well, what are you going after? Now we get the counter smiley. Grimes' attack. Grimes did get buffed, 834 attack. I feel like the model should change as Grimes gets buffed. So, like, you know how, obviously, you have disease and poison, and when you get buffed or debuffed, they have the little effects that go on. I feel like Grimes should have, like, little skulls or something that go around it for every kill. So that a powered-up Grimes looks different than a unpowered-up Grimes. Admittedly, it's kind of a who cares thing. I just think it would be fun. Spider gonna force the action here. Are we gonna get Smileys diseasing each other? Because that would be kind of amusing. I mean, I think Smiley just goes on the obstacle here. Unless you really do want to disease their Smiley and you could take the panic point. But our hero has a panic point advantage. Bad guy, although they have a tractor, they have to do something. Now we are aware that there's a trap on the panic point, which was kind of like that was always going to be there. Boop. So that's pretty ballsy, I'm not going to lie. I appreciate the backup, like, follow-up aggression. But bad guy does have 10 keys. So you mean at first kill, 1 skull, 2 skulls, at 2 kills? Yes. So for every kill that Grimes gets, it should get some marker on it. Presumably there would have to be an upper limit, because I doubt you'd be able to, like, from an art perspective, just have it scale infinitely. Like, that would not be reasonable, but this is kind of what I figured would happen. I don't know that trading the Hevo for Lilo is worth it. Admittedly, you do get to go in there and disease Chuck now. This is so silly. This entire exchange was kind of weird. Hey, Master Dark, what's good? A little Dozer action. I don't know if does Dozer count as a snowman? If we ever had Phobies skins, you could definitely make him into a snowman, but I don't know if Dozer natively counts as a snowman. Slapping the crow. This is a dead Smiley? Okay, Smiley's dead. I was gonna say, like, that... You want your Quagmire diseased? Glob! Sure. 1 key to 1 key. The diseased Chuck is gonna have to put in a lot of work. I don't think it's gonna get the job done. It's just going to take too long. The Glob is also not going to get the... Like, the Glob is just not a good answer to Dozer. You can just no rush and annihilate it. He's a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? Exactly. That's why I was saying it's not... I mean, the name is Dozer. As in dough. It's not snow. Now, admittedly, bad guy can attract her into Glob, but let's be real, that's not going to happen. Is Glob a stress level? Yes. It's 80, maybe 70. So all our hero has to do is not blunder too hard. Like, as long as you don't throw, there's really no way for bad guy to win this at this point. Stress level 80? Okay, thanks. Oh no! Down goes an Oculus. Alright, this is getting a little more complex now. So this allows for the challenge play hit, but even with a yoink from the attractor, the Glob can't get there. We have a poisoned and diseased Chuck. This reminds me of Contra from NES, and I don't know why. When it flashes between these two, it feels like an NES game power-up. Like when you have stacking power-ups. That's a globbed Electrocat. It is very displeased. Dozer does a lot of damage. Yeah, Dozer is a big, chunky boy. 713 damage on a level 9. Down goes Chuck. And here's the no rush. And suddenly Glob is a puddle. I mean, bad guy's making some inroads here, but there's just not enough right now. There's not enough of bad guy. That's a level 15 Glob, though. Speaking of a lot of HP. Our hero could have gone in with the Grimes. Because this is still no rush, so you could have clocked it with the Grimes just to try and burn it down further. This is safer, but, you know. Glob's still over half health, though. Attract or the phobia of choice instead. So notably, the Glob, if it runs over the spider, will not have the option to move again to lock these. It's going to lock something in place as soon as it rolls over it. As you can see here. So the spider is not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with the spider. Sort of. Really, you're trapped in there with the spider's friends since they survive. I like the no rush here so that the Quagmire can't escape. Over 1100 damage. Seems okay. The Dozer lives. And just like that, bad guy goes down. Can't really say much else about that. Very well played, Rossarius. I like the Grimes on here. There were a couple of unique things on this map that I liked out of this game. Got him. One more growth for the road. GG. Alright, we got a Redwick game. We're back on the Pyro Abyss. I don't think I got to play many games on this when it was in rotation last. I have played a lot on Noughts and Crosses, though, which is... I always confuse those two maps. The boss of hell meets the good boy who guards the gates of his Cerberus #1. Alright, let's see what we get. Let's see what we got here. Dozer is an even fatter version of Big Chungus. This is kind of a weird opener from Bad Guy. Like, I don't know what the jar is doing in the middle of the map. It can't easily get to the stem. There's no terraform to break it, so it can just slide back or something. Bad Guy could have put it alternatively, like, here. And then that way I could slide to the stem if they wanted it. Although it wouldn't be able to reach this. I don't know. It did work out to get a cheap takedown. I don't know about this, Redwick. Wait, did you use the leap? Why did that just happen? I played weird for some reason. Started this game, I played bad, so I was pushed back. Squiggles! Oh, yeah, this doesn't look good. Accidentally used leap. That's fair. It happens. I mean, saving the leap in this scenario wouldn't have gotten you anywhere anyway. Squiggles sheep attractor against the world. You gotta forgive my yawning, chat. I'm wiped. Tomorrow is gonna be rough. Tomorrow is gonna be rough. The spider comes down, so it's going to be a rough time trying to advance for a hero. But this whole time, with all of these trades, I don't know if I like this either. I guess this is okay. They probably can't kill the sheep. And if they can't kill the sheep, then it doesn't really matter. This entire time, it's only been a 2-to-1 panic point advantage. So despite losing a bunch of phobies, there's not a lot of pressure on our hero's heart. Yeah, they clearly can't kill the sheep, so they're just going to retreat. Oh, bad guy. Really? Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you leave the Jin Sting there, that is a mistake. So I'm not sure where the attractor moves to. Ooh, a little Slammerhead action. What level is a Slammerhead? A level 5 Slammerhead. I mean, everything is around this level. We're looking at a low stress level game. But Slammerhead is shockingly tanky. Like, shockingly tanky, although that Inoculus is now in position. Can you just kill the Inoculus in the jar? I mean, boss is there, which means that you can't really do the play I was going to say, which is just put the attractor on the lava and kill those things, because boss can come in and hit your heart, but you're going for it anyway. I mean, this is going to be a dead attractor, or Inoculus, rather. Does the jar die? It does. And there's the Cerberus. The myth, the legend. I don't really understand this, Squiggles. Why did Squiggles happen? So yeah, boss goes for this. Is this enough? Yeah, that should be enough to kill the attractor. And the other issue here is... Oh no, is that dead? Okay, Slammerhead lives, but... Even if you poison the boss here, there is a healing spot, so it can just run away, because you're not going to kill it. Wait, the attractor lived? Oh no, bad guy. Baby, what is you doing? This is a great boop into sheep hit. The triple hit, you love to see it. That's a beat-up boss. Stairmaster follow-up, leaving our hero with 5 keys remaining. I mean, this is still a very precarious position, but that attractor lived with 7 health. And boss is just running for his life. I know we know the outcome, but to be honest, bad guy could have probably just played this safely by retreating. And then just, like, you don't need to still be here. You have a panic point advantage. Your boss is going to take time to heal up. Alright, Attractor's going for the southernmost pole, which means... Can you get any of these? Oh yeah! Nom 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 nom. Final Phobie is a second yoink. Okay. This whole time, by the way, 3 to 2 panic point advantage, so only 1 panic point is dealing damage. It's a very slow clock. So this is one of the more common answers to Cerberus, is just, well, just sheep it. However, I think both these Phobies just die right now. On top of the fact that this lives. This is why I was saying bad guy didn't have to stay here. They could have retreated and our hero would have to advance with an incredibly damaged team and be aggressive into bad guy's defensive position. And then, you know, boss is healing up. So if you make somebody come to you, let your boss heal and then just wipe him out. Bad guy elected to be too aggressive. Bad guy elected to be too aggressive. I'm going to refund the points, Rock Swan, because we're just doing the list tonight. On Sundays, it's just the list. Unless there's, like, special circumstances, like we're done or something. Or we've had those nights where it's, okay, we did our games, and then all the next games are the same person repeated because they submitted 12 more games. So yeah, now bad guys hose, there's basically nothing they can do here. Maybe not nothing, but it's certainly not going to be good. Hold on a second. Stop. Oh, you had to be here. I was going to say, can you pull with the attractor, pull with the spider, and then get 2 hits with Cerberus, but you can't because of the positioning. What am I watching? Why is there a Cerberus? You're watching Cerberus dominate boss is what you're watching. Well, you do get the chain pull anyway, because Lul, dead boss. Got him. Who says boss needs to be nerfed? What a nerd. What a nerd! This had to be enormously tilting for bad guy. If I was in bad guy's shoes, I would be self-immolating right now. I think I would actually combust. Oh, that doesn't die. Another loss for Cyclops, another win for Cerberus. True. True. I can't believe this attractor lived, chat. Not only did it live, it's here at the end of the game. It's that easy. Got him. GG. GG. Oh, I'm going to love this one, chat. Strahd is our hero here. Jackalopes to the rescue. You love that chain pull on boss? It was beautiful chain pull. Textbook chain pull. Maybe not a textbook one, but... It's a bad guy with the raw snowball about to learn a hard and hot lesson here with the retaliation snowball here. Squiggles is the only phobia who lived at the end besides Cerberus. True. True. Maybe the Squiggles was the correct choice. It was the moral support from Squiggles. Little aggro here on that canine. Clearly, it's going to die and get replaced. But the follow-up is Cassowary, so we're just going to be trading back and forth a little bit. Ando, what's good? Squiggles was the team mascot watching Cerberus beat boss to a bloody pulp. True. True. So we're finally seeing some turrets hit the board here on Billy's room. Thunder Rocks. This is an early Thunder Rocks. I'm not going to lie. Thunder Rocks to me often comes in very late in the game when it's, well, this is all I can do sort of thing. I don't know about this one. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. But Strahd is going to be picking things off here in the north. Yeah, this is probably fine. Ooh, I like the cat block here. I like the cat block here because this means that the Cassowary is way less likely to die unless bad guy wants to send the snowball into the fray in the middle. Which honestly might not be bad because if you do that, then Bo is getting hit twice by Thunder Rock, so probably is just dead. Instead, it is Thunder Rocks that's going to eat it. 3 keys. Bye-bye. Didn't need him. Thunder Rocks is fine. But it's fine in the card game sense of fine. Which anybody who's familiar with that is like, it's fine. Klepto. What our heroes been banking for. Is it what they need? Board position says you probably need some help. This is not looking great for our hero here. Yes, they have a Klepto. Yes, Klepto is very good. I don't know that Klepto wins the day against this. And the first of the Jackalopes. It's a Mopsy. You know, I always thought Jackalopes were quadrupedal, not bipedal. Honestly, this feels like the Jackalope in-game model, to me, kind of feels like a stylized human. This feels like somebody did necromancy. Obviously they did, right? But, like, they took human parts and then put a deer skull on it. It's supposed to be, like, jackalopes are supposed to be, like, I think they're deer-sized rabbits with deer horns, basically. They did necromancy but messed up? Or was it excellent? Was it sheer excellence? Down goes Bo! Unfortunately, down will go Klepto as well. Fairly trivially. 3 keys remaining for both players. Coming down to the wire now. A tractor trying to do a tractor things. I anticipate that it will. I don't think that pole was really... Well, I guess they want to snipe this. Okay. I was going to say, is that pole really necessary? But it looks like it was relevant there. It did actually matter. But since the pole is down... Ooh, the Jackalope King! Get wrecked, Spidey. This does feel like something wacky has to happen for our hero to win. Okay. This still seems bad. Like, hold on. 570 damage. 520. Admittedly, bad guy is kind of slow, so the resurrect may actually just be super problematic for them. Like, they can't actually step on the... Wait, what? I guess in order to remove the buff... That play feels like it's too cute for your own good. You know what I mean? Like, you just put in too much... I'm doing this cool thing, but it doesn't... It's the danger of cool things. It's not actually good. It just looks cool. Legitimately, the jackalopes there were a big deal. Yeah, bad guy... They had a hand in how this game ended, we'll say. GG, Strahd. GG. Nobody can complain about them jackalopes. Them jackalopes, chat. I was so excited to get the king. I will say, like, I don't have a problem. I know this is a common thing for people when they talk about balance stuff, that they want these reworked. Yeah, it would be nice, and I'm a little surprised that they're not like, well, one's a little tankier, one's a little more damage, one resurrects with more health, or whatever. However you differentiate them. I'm surprised there isn't more differentiation, but I'm fine with them existing, and just, like, it's the funny gimmick that they have different hats. But I would like it if they were playable. Like, the Jackalope Swarm was a legitimate strategy. However, as I put it in the main Discord, I'm a little concerned that if it was, it would be a highly linear game plan. In that, if you don't answer it in this specific and unique way, you just lose because you'll get overwhelmed. It's something that it feels great when you're doing it. And it feels horrendous when someone does it to you, because it's like, why am I losing to this bullshit? Is what it feels like. There's room for that in games. Is there room for that in Phobies? I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Then again, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't matter. If they got like a 200 health buff, would it even matter? They still kind of suck. They have relatively anemic damage output, you know. I like them because they're cool. SilverK, our hero. Felt like trying a new phobia I got recently. Wasn't able to use its ability, but still a decent game. All right, let's see. Back on Always Watching. What do you think, chat? How do you feel about Always Watching? Good map, bad map? Personally, I think it's fine. I would prefer if it was... I don't know. The Heart Rush strategy feels kind of silly. sometimes, but I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as Moai, for example, or, can't think of the other maps at the moment, but there's a few maps where it's just like, alright, we just both, or Coulrophobia, for example. Everybody keeps telling me Coulrophobia is a great map, and I just don't see it right now. I'm waiting for the game that proves to me that Coulrophobia is a good map. But this one I think is fine. Like, this is, because I've talked about it before, if the devs ever gave us the ability to create, like, you could play any map in front of me, therefore I could create my own map pool for the tournaments, for Fright Night. I think Always Watching would be a decent one to leave in the pool basically all the time. I don't think there's very many... What?! Alright, this must be the new Phobie. Back to the game. Get a little Will Wuffalo action. We haven't seen a Will Wuffalo since, like, it released. I was expecting, honestly, way more Will Wuffalo plays. Oh, no! Bad guy being Captain No Fun here. What is it that you hate most about fun, bad guy? Is it the fun? Because right now I think you hate the fun. I may use that as the opening clip. Why do you hate fun? Captain No... Oh, this, see... SilverK taking a page out of Big She's book. I just hate Coulrophobia. This map drains all the fun. Yeah, it doesn't matter because it can reach. I mean, you can still then... Like, it'll come back online eventually now that you have the answer as well. It is definitely a buzzkill. I mean, we knew from the notes that our hero wasn't going to be able to use it, but... Right now, our hero's in some trouble. They have a Will Wuffalo that was a heavy investment that's dead weight right now. They have a Hevo that just got turned off for no reason? I feel like that wasn't necessary. Actually, it's fine, because if they got a hit in and then booped the Sparky, that could be a lot of damage on Sparky. Hope we get an official map maker for Phobies. I would hope so too. That's been a common request. I think it is asking a lot, though. Oh my god! Chat, now this might be the thumbnail. The other ones were pretty cool and funny, but like... Come on. Look at this. Just look at this. Oh no, it put the health bars up. I was trying to make it a cool screenshot, but... The 1v1 of the century. I really want to see how this boggart works out. Wait, I meant to... Like, what level is this? This is a level 9 boggart. This is a level 6 Will Wuffalo. Our hero's being incredibly aggressive here in order to snipe this. Because they really, I guess, want to get their, the Will Wuffalo back online. Which, I forgot, this is a 4-turn cooldown. Getting hit by Firkin basically means it's out of the game forever. Down goes Murderwing. It was going to happen. Oh, boy. Are Freeze Phobies / Rusties of the world a good combo with Boggart? What do you think, chat? Freeze Phobies / Rusties of the world good with Boggart? If he puts his Phobies together, he's going to regret it. Yeah, now it's... Everybody run! Honestly, bad guy's in pretty spectacular shape here. In my opinion. So when does this detonate? At the end of your turn. So that Firkin's dead right now. Graylien. Boom. Boggart got him. Onda might want to consider buying Boggart. That's the fourth. Well, I guess Motherlode's part of the Boom family as well. And Boggart's like the cousin. Obviously Motherlode's mom, but like, is Boggart the cousin to the Boom family? Blue! Is Wuffalo still on cooldown? Wuffalo's going to be on cooldown from now until like 3025. We're going to actually have the Starship Enterprise in real life before Will Wuffalo comes off cooldown. I wish Boggart had its own explosion sound effect for the ability. Right now it sounds like the trap triggered sound effect. It does. I am a little curious, is that like a placeholder? That's a really weird sequence. I feel like you could have Wuffalo, like, you switcher you this and then Wuffalo their Graylien. I feel like that could have happened. I love Blue. Blue is so funny to me. Blue is hilarious to me. So we get the switcher U from the other side. I imagine this is a dead Graylien. What's the... I just realized, what's the cooldown on Boggart? That's a fast cooldown for this. This is like every 2 turns kill a Phobie. I didn't crunch the numbers this time. We only did it a little bit when we were going through the original assessment, but I didn't do what I did in previous patches where I went through the whole spreadsheet and be like, oh, well, it's roughly on par with health or damage or whatever. I'd be curious what its health is compared to the rest of the 7 keys. But, like, this is every 2 turns kill something. This is the thumbnail. I mean, we've had some pretty big winners tonight for potential thumbnails. I think I'm going to use the earlier one with Boggart where the bomb is actually out. Or maybe I'll, like, try and freeze frame it when it's doing that animation or something. I have bad news for you, SilverK. That unfortunately will not... It's not going to blow up in their face. That is a very juiced up, Sparky, though. Down goes Hevo. And Blue. Oh, the Gravedigger survived. It kind of wishes that it didn't. What? I don't even know what that means, Master Dark. I don't know how this game ended. The game just ends right now. I imagine Karth... Can Karth kill right now? So that's 12, 18, we'll say 19, plus 8, 27. So this is definitely dead, but then you can Wuffalo something. This can kill this. I don't actually know who won this. We're going to have to look at the profile. Like, I don't know who surrendered here. SilverK won. SilverK won. So, grats. GG. Boom on to people and its AoE. Yeah. That's why I mean, at higher levels, things will be tankier, but that's still such an enormous amount of damage. Why is Boggart so good? I don't know. Can you even get the Boggart deal right now? I don't think the bonkers deal is active anymore. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Still has 15 more days. I'm telling you, chat, if it were in my position, I would buy an ultra rare Phobie probably for 20 bucks. I think that's my limit. I am not buying bonkers, no matter how good it is, for 100 bones. Not happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want it. I would like to do it, but I'm just not in a position where I can just slide that bill in there. This I could do. 7 bucks. But 100 bucks? Not USD. Not USD. I do hope that this continues, though. I've talked about it before. I think this is important. I do agree that right now it seems that the VIP pass is going to do a good job in helping players catch up and close the gap on stress levels. Because, yes, somebody who's ahead on stress levels can also get it, but there's diminishing returns because of the increasing requirements to continue leveling. Like, it's way harder to get level 1, to go from 119 to 120 than it is to go from 19 to 20. So, in this case, I think this does help, although, yeah, free-to-play players kind of get left out in the cold a little bit. But I do, and this is, again, another quote-unquote pay-to-win thing, if this is available, especially like right now, you can only get this, or Bad Omen previously, through the bundle until it goes in. But I would rather, like, I'm okay with this being available of like, okay, well, you don't want to buy it, go get it in packs. But at $100, it's just, I don't know. This is probably worth it. Although I think this is a worse deal than the Bad Omen one. But that also could be the devs valuing bonkers more highly than they did Bad Omen, possibly. I don't know. Oh, I'm tired, chat. That's why I started a little early tonight, because I figured we'd be wrapping up early. I still have to grind out a little bit more of this. Like I said, there's still a week, so I have plenty of time. I was trying to figure out how this works offline. But yeah, I think that's going to do it, chat. We're going to close up shop a little early, like I said. We got through our 10 games. But I need to get some sleep. It's going to take a little while for me to fall asleep even in this state, but I need to get some rest. We'll be back tomorrow. Going to be doing some DC Dual Force because I've been having a lot of fun playing that game. So if you're interested in checking out a new card game, that's what's going to happen. We'll be back at the end of the week, next week, barring catastrophe, of course, with more Phobies action. But that's going to do it. So as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.